is they use that godliness on you is gain. What you gain in this life is godliness. So what they've done is they took this precious word the Lord spoke to me, and they made it for their agenda and not God's agenda. They've decided that we'll take this word and we'll use it for our agenda. But they forgot this word was never written for your agenda. It was written for God's agenda. So they say we'll just take this word and we'll possess the external blessings that this word has. But God brought the word to deal with the internal battles and the internal crookedness that we have. In 2009, that's what they told us, that everywhere you turn, that gain has become godliness. If your church is big enough, if the bank account's big enough, that's what they call you're blessed. But what happens when God puts a subtraction? Folks, it's all in the Word of God. Job, your friends say, surely you're not blessed because everything you have is gone, Job. Everywhere you look, and we are living, and God spoke to me something this morning that became so real to me. He said, Wendy, you're living, and the generation that you're living in was Job's friends. God is a multiplying God, and He let us know that. He said, blessing, I'll bless you. He said, I'll multiply blessing. He said, Brother Tom, you'll be blessed going in, and you'll be blessed coming out. He said, I'll make you the head, not the tail. He gave us some blessings. But sometimes God uses subtraction to test our reaction. Have you considered my servant Job? He asked the enemy. Some say Job. Some say that the enemy come to God for Job. No, God rose up and said, because the enemy challenged God and says there's nobody out there that's not serving you except for the blessings. Immediately when I bring the blessings down, everybody out there, they'll leave you. And God spoke up and said, oh no, have you considered my servant Job? God rose up and said, let me tell you, not everybody in the subtraction is going to have your reaction. That's right. Come on. And He said, have you ever noticed that God will take the comfortable places we're in sometimes, and we want God to visit the places that we want Him to visit. But God spoke to me this morning and let me know I don't visit where normal church folks like to visit.